Hi friends, it's your friends, Caroline and Rashi, but we got Kat in the house. I'm so glad that she's back today. We were talking about her pregnancy. She is 5 months preggers with her third child.
Yes.
Very exciting there. You know, I try to stay away from political things.
It's hard with these.
It's hard not to give your opinion.
It is.
And I'm not over here giving opinions. I just wanted to say that today is a big day.
It is.
Day
Day
4.
four.
And we are going to hear from former President Donald Trump the first time since the attempted assassination.
Yes.
First off, people who don't condemn that.
He doesn't deserve to be.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't say no, but, well, you know what? Depends on what you had done.
Plead the fifth.
I know, yes. But I don't understand people who think that was okay.
Yeah.
And no one should have to. Our president. He was our president.
He was.
And if you are not on board with that, then you're not on board with a lot of things. I mean, you know, it just happens.
True.
You cannot change the fact that whoever's in our administration is in our administration.
And that's
what drives me nuts is people. I'll stick with the script in a second.
Right.
What drives me nuts is people who complain about the country, right?
But don't vote.
That
drives me insane.
But also, if you're not born from here in the U.S. and you have come from a different country, and here's where I'm speaking from. My whole family's from India. I'm the first one born here in the U.S. And so if there are people who complain about what it's like here, it's like, well, where you come from, is it better? No. So that's why you're getting the opportunities here. And it's so cool because my mom, who is divorced, that is taboo in India. And so she got divorced after 30 years. And
I remember
good for her.
That.
Yes,
yeah.
Good for her. I mean, there's a lot of women that are scared to leave a relationship or whatever. My mom had the courage to do it. She did it. Great, awesome. But she had opportunities here she would not have had in India because I'm talking about just resources or whatever the case may be, right? And I think even in your situation, in whatever regard, there are resources you have here that you might not necessarily have in, you know, the Middle East or Eastern countries or anywhere, South America,
South America, Africa, everywhere.
Mexico, wherever.
Yep.
So let's just get that straight.
That too. But like I said, my biggest thing is a lot of people complain or say the statement, well, it doesn't matter, my vote doesn't matter anyway. But it does. But they don't know that, well, if you're just waiting for the president's election and you don't vote for your commissioner and other stuff, then yes. So that drives me insane trying to preach that.
Yes.
To people.
And I will say that it drives me insane also whenever I am interviewing people in the political arena who are not genuine, and you can tell.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone obviously is like that, but there have been a few people that I'm literally interviewing them and I'm like, wow. But you don't have to be a politician. I'm sure there's just people in general.
Yeah.
And, you know, someone might say that about me or you or whatever. But when you're representing a group of people, it is your job to care, because that's what you signed up for.
Be genuine. Yes, you chose this job.
Yes.
And I say that about any job. I'm sorry, but even like going through like, you know, the drive-through and everybody's upset and angry or they hate their job. Well, you applied here. I didn't tell you to apply for this job.
Right. And you have a job.
Yes.
And you have, I mean, I think it just goes back to being grateful. And that's the biggest thing.
And finding the positive in it. There's always a positive in it. There's a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
You know?
There is also, and I've told you all this about how I'm on this mindful journey and spiritual and all of that. And there is something that I've learned about toxic positivity.
Yes.
Where, and I wouldn't say mine is toxic, but I'll be like, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. But I'm kind of just suppressing all of this, like, what the heck is happening here, you know? Like, so sometimes it's not good, but it's okay.
It's not good. I've been on my own journey as well. I go through different ones. I call it realistic positivity.
Yes.
and, you know, not to be all like churchy and Christian, but just faith. Like,
yes,
that's where it really stems from.
But I think that has to like change in our society, where you don't have to preface by saying, I'm on a spiritual journey, or I'm on this or whatever. It's just kind of like faith.
Yes.
It's there.
It's there.
What gets me through things.
Exactly.
You know, it's like one thing that I read where it was like you set an alarm for the next day, but you're not guaranteed that next day. I know that's kind of harsh, but
that's a good statement.
So it's like you have that hope you're going to wake up the next day and everything's going to be just as when you went to sleep.
Right.
But that's not the case for a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, well, here's the topic that we were supposed to talk about. Okay, we just spent 6 minutes and 24 seconds on something totally different. Have you ever wondered what it's like in space? Okay, not to get on the spiritual thing either, but one astronaut, I'm forgetting his name, he wrote these articles on what it was like viewing the Earth from space.
Ooh.
And it's fascinating because think about it.
I have to look at those.
You have a little bitty Earth, right? And there's all this like fighting and things that have been created by man, and right here in this little bitty little little circle, and all this drama,
this one little space,
in this little space.
But when you're in, it's like this huge space.
Yes, that is like you are in the middle. I wouldn't say the middle
chaos,
the eye of the storm, because the eye of the storm is calm, but you are in the middle of the chaos. And
literally,
to have that perspective of looking out.
Ooh, yeah, I wonder what his
it was fascinating, because it's really like what we try to get ourselves
out of.
We try to zoom out, and he's literally zoomed out.
Huh.
And then you're
cool.
looking into nothingness.
Eye-opening.
But it's like the nothingness is everywhere. Okay. I'll go to the next thing. Here, we started showing video. So this astronaut teamed up with TripAdvisor to give a detailed view of the living conditions during a SpaceX mission in 2021. So here it is. Sleep quality gets a 5 out of 5 stars. The astronaut says floating to sleep was, quote, amazing.
Oh, wow.
Amenities were also a 5 out of 5, along with transportation. And the trip to space only took about 8 minutes on board the Falcon 9, which was with SpaceX. And finally, cleanliness, a 4 out of 5. The only issue was water bottles randomly floating around sometimes. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Would you ever want to go to space?
I'm gonna be honest.
I know you got a lot on your plate right now, but
I do and I don't. I feel like it would be very like overwhelming but fun at the same time. The floating to sleep, that feels weird to me, because I like cushion, comfy.
Right. Yeah.
So just like float. I don't know. I can't grasp it.
Right. You don't have to be in a different space. She doesn't need to be like 5 months pregnant thinking about this.
Right. Trying to float. Now being pregnant up there probably would be great.
Those people who are still
of this baby.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Birth in space?
I don't even want to.
I was gonna say gross, but I don't want to offend anybody. It is what it is. It's just like everything's
gross
gonna be
feel
floating.
Weird. Yeah. Oh no! And don't you need like something to like? I don't know. Hold you while you push it.
You guys want us to toss the break now? I'm sure they're like in the control. Like, what the heck? Where did this go? Birth in space. All right, we'll be right back. right, friends, we are back with Kat.
Hello.
All right. That should be a show, Back with Kat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I posted something on TikTok with a situation that happened to me. So let me just briefly describe it real quick before we play that video. So I was going to get my kids McDonald's, and I pay with Apple Pay.
Yes.
The drive-through, the cashier said, "Can I have your phone?"
Mm-hmm.
Because the Apple Pay, whatever thingy, was stuck to the wall, so he needed to get my phone. So here's what I posted. Here's a little bit of it.
No.
Apple Pay is usually the way to go. For me personally, this was crazy. What would you do? I'm over here getting my kids something from a fast food restaurant. Just a couple of Happy Meals. Okay, yeah, okay. Then I tried to say not the fast food restaurant, but then I said it was Happy Meals, and I was like, you know what, whatever. So anyway, I went on this whole rant about it. And the guy was like getting a little bit of an attitude, and he said, "I'll hold it like a newborn baby," the phone. So then I gave my phone because I was like, let's just finish this transaction. I posted it on TikTok, and I was reading some of the comments to Kat, and she's like, these trolls. So Dean says, "Honestly, I really don't think this is a problem. I work at a restaurant. I take their phone and scan it sometimes. Just do it like that. It doesn't mean that we're dirty." I'm not saying you're dirty. I'm just saying, how can you just give you the phone? We have a friend.
My unlocked phone.
We have a friend whose unlocked phone.
Yes. It was taken, and they got into all of his stuff.
Like, that's just, anyway, give a card. Why is that even a discussion? I would not give over my unlocked phone. I don't feel that this is that deep.
To you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm responding to all of them.
The fast food workers had to touch your nasty phone.
They didn't have to ask for it. See, this is why I can't, because I would troll back. Oh, well, then make it accessible where you don't have to touch my nasty phone.
And then
that would be better.
Another person wrote, "So you're okay with them handling your food but not your phone?"
Okay, well, I mean, let me tell you something. That makes sense, but still, this is my phone.
Let me tell you, that's okay. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either. Use my card.
Yeah.
It's a part of life we are living in now. Just get over it. We want these conveniences, so we have to deal with it or stop crying about it. I just think when we pay cash, we don't cry then.
Okay. Well, tell him to build a bridge and get over your post.
Yeah.
Because he didn't even have to come in and say that. I don't like rude. Like, it's
I know.
It's my story.
To be fair, I did put it out there, and I asked people what they would think, and what, you know, so there's that. But there's no way I would do that again. I mean, now when I go through a drive-through, I'm just going to give them my card because I don't want to be put in that awkward situation where I'm like, oh, okay, here you go. Now, how stupid would it be if this person ends up stealing my phone?
Exactly.
And then the police are like, "So what happened? He stole your phone."
Well, I gave my phone to him.
I gave him my phone. Oh, was it locked? No.
For Apple Pay. For Apple Pay.
Hey, how stupid would that be? You know, and
everybody should be on the Chick-fil-A way. Theirs is just like they don't grab your phone.
Well, I go to Chick-fil-A a lot, and that's exactly what happens.
Why?
And he was like, literally, it was just such an awkward situation.
Mind-boggling.
I didn't even know what to do, and now, you know. So anyway, just wanted to share that. What would you do?
I'm not giving my phone.
You would tell the person I'm not giving my phone.
No, we take a card, and they'd be like, "Well, no, you could just, then cancel my order because this is my personal phone. Like, I have stuff in there. I don't know what you're going to do with my phone once you have it."
See, she would have had a conversation with them.
These teenagers are quick. They can get all your information.
Oh, they can. It was a teenager. It looked like a young, you know, kid.
No.
And I'm not trying to say he was nasty. I don't know what.
He's a stranger. We don't know you, sir.
Yes, like why? I don't understand why people aren't like getting that. Like, it's not okay for me. I'm saying people, the ones that are like, well, they handle your food. I get they're handling the food. That. But that doesn't have my personal information and all my everything. I mean, you know, on it. Anyway,
that's just okay. To each his own.
I know. Right. All right, we'll be right back. This is so great because Kat has no idea what we're about to talk about. Bread, girl, bread.
I love bread.
Kat, I love bread too.
I do.
There is not, like, if I'm on a diet, I have to have bread.
I'm doing better. I cut it out, like,
It's so
moderation.
good.
But it's so good.
With butter.
Oh.
Anyway, so do you put your bread in the refrigerator?
No.
Okay, well, this is the debate.
don't.
This is the debate. People, you do? Daniel, the director, puts, so, okay, we're trending about bread.
Okay.
King of bread, Paul Hollywood from the Great British Bake Off says the best place to store your bread is on your countertop.
I mean, I put it in the cupboard, like the pantry.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know. I mean, my mom puts it in the refrigerator, and I've always found that kind of different. But anyway, and director Daniel does too. So he suggests you avoid putting it in the fridge because it will become stale 3 times faster. He says that's because all of the moisture is being drawn out. But despite his expert opinion, many people say they feel the bread stays fresher longer in the fridge.
Who wants cold bread though? Like when you're making sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where my mind goes.
You don't have cold bread?
I mean, I keep it in like my pantry. It's not like refrigerator cold.
Right, but I guess the cold cut meats are cold.
Yes. I mean, like when I make my sandwich and say I come to lunch, I put my lunch kit in there.
Right.
That's like the only time my bread is cold. Yes. But just everything cold.
But here's something that like
That's weird.
I don't think my mother-in-law's watching. If she is, I love you. But I think so the expiration dates to different things, like cheese, is ignored.
My mom does that too. Sorry, Mom. I think it's like an older generation thing. I'd be like, Mom, this expires. Oh, you got like a couple more days with that. It's okay.
But I think it's been like weeks.
Oh yeah, she'll do that too. Oh, that doesn't really expire. They just put that on there. They put
That's
it on there for
what?
Why do you think that? Who told you that?
Nobody told you that. Put you on there for what? Is this dairy? This is not like, you know. And I'm a stickler with the expiration date.
My husband too. This says
this. I don't care if it says sell by in my house.
If it says it's gone.
It's gone. But if it says Best Buy, for sure.
Yes.
With meats, it's harder because I'll freeze it. But still, I'm kind of like, ugh.
My mom with canned goods, she's like, oh, canned goods don't expire. I was like.
But if it says sell by or Best Buy
it does.
with meat, do you still cook it if it's like a couple days after?
No.
No, right?
No.
My mother-in-law doesn't do that. I think it's just with cheese, I think, that it's like.
But that's dairy.
Right.
I don't.
Or even milk.
Sorry, mother-in-law. That too. Does it get like lumpy?
No, not lumpy, but like you smell it. And if
and
if it smells fine, but it's still expired, like that's not okay because
that's not okay. I don't know what will happen with my stomach. Like.
But do you think that that's like a marketing thing, so that you can buy more? Then my
possibly
my aunt bought some milk that expired in a month. I said, where did you get this? It was like Central Market or something. It's some bougie
I've
milk.
never heard that.
It was a month. She goes, yeah, it lasts a month. I said, I don't know this.
I don't trust it. I wouldn't trust that. That's not, no. I actually bought milk one time. It was already expired. I took it back.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was in a rush and I looked. I was like.
Yeah, I always look at that. Happened to me with the cake mix. And I went back to HEB. And they didn't have any of that cake mix anymore. But you can't, like, what are you going to.
I'm not using this. This says expired.
Yeah. But I remember, like, back in the day, my grandmother, like, she would, like, we had, like, you know, huge, like, buckets of rice and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, the rice would have, like, critters in it.
Yes.
But we were just supposed to, like,
dig that out. No, ma'am. All the rice has to go. No, Mom. I'm sorry.
Think that's what they do it in different countries. Like,
I even see people, like, molded bread, like, take the molded parts, like, cut it. No, I'm not doing it. I refuse.
What are we doing? But maybe that's they think what we do is weird too. So
I don't know. I think like with the elder generation, like that's what they you know, resources. Maybe,
right.
That's what they had to do. So I understand that. But like when we came up, Mom.
Yeah.
We can go by expiration dates because
we made it. We go by expiration.
That's wild, right? We just started from the bottom. Now we're here. we're not going to do that.
We're not doing
afford
that.
to go get some more milk now.
We can now look at expiration dates.
Yes,
oh
we
my
can
God.
go by those.
All right, well, Kat, thank you so much. And thank you guys for being here for another episode of Caroline and Rashi. We hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time, friends.
See you next time.
Bye.